PIHL Hockey live stream game of the week. Interesting matchup here. Both these teams struggling in the season, Mike, but a lot of playoff positioning on the line here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Beaver has moved up from the bottom tier division up to a single A now. They are no longer a co-op, so they are withstanding just with their team from kids in the Beaver school district. And Montour is what Montour always has been, a pretty competitive team. They're 8-6-1. Beaver at 7-8. Beaver right now in 7th position, Montour in 5th. Both should make the playoffs, unless Beaver loses their last few and South Park wins their last few. So Beaver wins, it should put them in the playoffs, but a loss, and they still have to hope.
Yeah, we'll get into those playoff scenarios here in a few moments here. 10 minutes to go in the first period. Montour up 1-0. And on the attack here, coming through center ice, taken away, though, by Andrew Begley of Beaver. Circling around, can't find it. Long shot on net by Max Rose of Montour. Beaver having a little bit of difficulty trying to get through the zone, but finding it is Luke Cahill. Cahill has it stripped away, goes back to center red, and that's where it'll be shoveled back in by Beaver.
Either team with a big roster, probably about 10 to 15, 11, 12, 13 kids each.
Pretty decent size here in the Class A division. Check there on Anthony Catanzarite. Beaver with a shot on net, scrambling for it is the goaltender. And a save in front of the net.
The goalies for Beaver, it's Sebastian Biondi. And for Montour, that is that Zach O'Malley or is that Xander Stubna? That's 97?
Yeah, that should be.
That's Xander Stubna. Am I wrong? That looks like 97
Yep.
from here. We'll get you the stats on those two momentarily. Next whistle.
Stubna hasn't played a whole lot. I got to write him in here, in fact. So this one's flopped back in by Montour, racing after. It's Alex Hartman of Beaver. Able to get possession, and here comes Evan Komlinek the other way. Able to find tape to Danny Morgan. Morgan holds right before the blue line. He's going to try to take it in himself. Pretty good stick lift there from behind, though, by Mason Scoff of Montour. Komlinek with a chance, and it goes wide after it's deflected off the blade. They're coming the other way. This one's going to roll all the way down. It won't be icing, though, as Biondi has to play it. 7-6 is his win-loss record on the season, 4.62 goals against average.
Yeah, 826 save percentage. The only other goalies that have played, Brandon Scheffler with 1 game played, Sean Randar with 3 games played. And on the other side for Montour, they've got 3 goalies listed. Mason Skeef has played 13 games. Xander Stubna has played 1 game, gave up 2 goals against average, and a .905 save percentage. And Sean O'Malley and Zach O'Malley have each played a game each.
Again, fairly surprised that we haven't seen Mason. We don't see Mason Skeeth to the net in our left as.
Well, you know what? I mean, maybe this is an opportunity where they know they've got the playoffs wrapped up. They're in the playoffs, and let's give another guy a chance. And they're in 5th position. There's no way they're going to fall out of the playoffs. And, hey, guys put their time in, and here's a game that you get to shine. Or maybe they'll play a couple of different goalies. You just never know.
Face off to the right is Skeeth. Able to come away with his Beaver right on the doorstep. Can't poke it home. That was a golden opportunity there for Derek Burton. Just couldn't get good wood on it. He had a yawning net there. And Skeeth's able to smother it here with 8:12 to go in the first period to make the save and keep this a 1-0 lead for Montour.
Check that. That's not Skeeth. Don't forget. Or is that? Wait, that's not 25.
That was Derek Burton. Or check that. That wasn't Skeeth. That was Stubna, I should say, on the.
Yeah, and
I have Skeeth on the mind because I was talking about him.
Burton just dove, and the puck was right there, and Burton just couldn't get his stick on the puck and in the net. It was right there by the post. Just couldn't tap it in.
Jake Caulfield with a pretty good rub out on the far half boards. This one, baseball down, and it's going to be a high stick there on Dustin Gergach. With 7:56 to go here in the first period.
All right. Got him as Jake, not John?
Yep.
All right. Thank you, sir.
So this one will come all the way back into the offensive zone here for Beaver to the left of Xander Stubna. Taking the faceoff is going to be Luke Cahill. Plays a little bit of everything, offense, defense. This one gloved down, just outside the zone. But Montour comes away with it. On the other side, it's Alex Hartman. Goes to Tyler Elko. Elko with a little bit of a weave to Begley. Far side. Beaver able to carry it into the zone, shove it along into the deep corner. Going after it, it's Bagley. Bagley trying to keep the pressure up. Held behind the net. Chance here for Beaver trying to sneak one in there. On the short side, it's Cahill. He can't find it. Little give and go there from the goaltender Stubna. Up to Ryan Eisel. Pretty good body there by Brandon Eisel. And Montour can't keep it in. Coming in the other way, it's Luke Cahill. Has a chance on net. He's looking to pass, but then he gets leveled just below the goal line. And Montour comes away with it clean 7 minutes to go, first period. Spartans up 1-0. And chance in front of the net. Good poke check there by Biondi. It's loose. He's trying to cover it up. And the whistle finally blows with 6:55 to go. And the extracurriculars happen after the whistle.
And those things do happen because if you're in front of the net, you're going to get hit. You're going to get cross-checked. You're going to get slashed. And then you don't like it. And then it's time to check back. And both Eisels involved for Montour. And Brandon and Ryan both involved. The goal, of course, scored by Brandon Eisel at 4:43 of the first period. 1-0 Montour early on here.
Face off into the defensive zone. Beaver able to win it with under 7 minutes to go in the first period. Bobcats still trying to secure a playoff spot here. Again, top 7 teams out of each division here in Class A. There's a West and an East. We'll run those standings probably between the second and third period, I imagine.
Yep.
As Klom Lennox able to come away the other way with speed. That right-handed shot trying to meander around another player. Glove save, rebound. Oh, it goes wide by Jared Tanner. Trying to keep it in there is Jenkins. Jenkins able to do so. Jeremy Jenkins, that is. And it goes to Smith. Smith on the half wall trying to shovel it out. He does. And Beaver will have to reset, get everybody back across the blue line.
Well, Lummick, stats aren't there over the last couple of years. Was one of their better players, only with 5 goals this year so far. One of the faster players on Beaver's team.
Also has the flow to go with it as well with those long gold locks. Far side, Jared Tanner trying to maneuver around a player, but Mason Scoff able to keep him away. This one flopped right beyond the blue line to Morgan. Morgan goes cross ice far side to Tanner. Tanner trying to find Komlenik. Komlenik takes a little bit of a bump, able to gain the zone, but nobody home. And Beaver will race off and try to change in front of the play. Under 6 minutes of play, first period. Coming through the zone with speed is Montour. Jason Casperson ropes it around. On the half wall. Hartman can't shovel it out. Goes back up to the point. Gordon tries to tee one up. It's a pad save there by Biondi. Beaver flops one ahead. Can't clear the zone, though. This one on net, padded away by Biondi. Works back up to Philip Santucci. Santucci trying to roll one around. That took a funny bounce right over the crossbar. Montour able to keep possession. Now after it is Alex Hartman of Beaver. Bobcats moving right to left in the home white uniforms. Maroon trim with the gray sleeves as well. Montour in the road whites, similar to the old alternate jersey of the Pittsburgh Penguins back in the 90s. There's a shot into the boards by Scoff. It's going to be a penalty.
Yep.
And Scoff with a little bit of a retaliation, but he doesn't get caught. David Diagardi heading to the box. He is not happy.
Hey, you know what? I mean, that's one of those situations where they were both going to the boards, and Diagardi touched him, and now the referee's telling him, calm down and everything. But, you know, he touched him, and the player fell awkwardly into the boards. I don't know if he really hit him that hard, but regardless, he touched him and he fell in. The referee's 30 feet away. He's got to make a call based on the kid going head first into the boards. If you don't call those things, Rob, then guys take advantage and someone's going to get hurt. You're going to get a broken neck. These are the things that they do now. The referees for the PIHL, they make sure that any shot to the head is going to be a misconduct. Any shot where a guy gets hit into the boards head first is going to be a call. And, yeah, they both kind of went into the boards, but the Montour player fell head first into the boards. I don't think he dove, but Diagardi's going to go for 2 minutes.
Well, that's the thing is they're going to be a 10-minute misconduct to go with it. The answer is no.
No, not this one. So this will be Montour's third power play.
We see that sometimes with the 10-minute misconduct when it comes to the headshots, the high hits. That one wasn't a high hit. It was just a board.
Yeah, he just kind of
He
cross-checked him, and he kind of fell awkwardly into the boards. And like I said, it's just one of those where you have to call it if you're a ref, because the ref is so far away. I don't think there was intent to hurt him, but
no. A slot shot there. Goes wide for Ryan Eisel. He already has one tonight, trying to make it 2. Beaver trying to clear the zone on his power play. A lot of penalties here in the first several minutes of action in the first period here from the Beaver County Ice Arena. Beaver able to clear the zone, though, not a whole lot of time gone, only 20 seconds here on the penalty kill. Montour going to try to build it up from its own zone. Racing down the far half wall. That's Dustin Gergach. Gergach pumps the brakes there right at the goal line. Holds, tries to throw one cross ice. Rose able to pick it up there. Down to the center red line. Or the goal line, I should say. To the captain. Back down to Eisel. Brandon Eisel, that is. To Ryan Eisel. A little one-man game between the Eisels. And a shot right into the crest of Sebastian Biondi. He holds with 4:06 to go. Minute 11 to go on the penalty kill.
And Brandon Eisel on the near wall. His brother down on the goal crease. You got Max Rose up top moving from the top of the point inside the blue line to the near wall. So they're getting everything from the right side.
Off the draw, Beaver wins it. Can't clear the zone, though. Held in, it goes to Eisel. Eisel holds cross ice to Eisel once again. High shot, and it goes wide from Dustin Gergach. Montour holds at the blue line. Goes to Rose. Now to Eisel. Eisel tries to throw it down to Ryan Eisel. That was Brandon. Jenkins holds. Slings it across the glass on the far side, and it rolls all the way down right through the wickets of Stubna. No harm done, no. 38 to go on a penalty kill for the Bobcats. 1-0 Montour in the lead. 3.5 to go first period. Racing around. It's Dustin Gergach. Still holds below the goal line. Leaves it for Brandon Eisel. Eisel holds as well. And trying to saucer one to the far side off the goal line. Takes a little bit of a funny bounce. Beaver able to keep possession. Can't clear it, though. Cameron Smith able to hold it in momentarily. Now trying to help out is Ryan Eisel. He can't keep it in either. And now simple little bore play down the ice it goes for the Bobcats. 4 seconds to go on a penalty kill. And now all of a sudden, Bobcats back to even strength.
0 for 3 on the power play.
Going in on it's Alex Hartman. Ropes it around far side. That's where Smith's going to wait for it. Able to stay with it before he's bodied down by Komlenik. Below the goal line. This one thrown in the net. Save. Coming the other way now with speed are the Bobcats. Jared Tanner. He's going to sling one around. Tries to get around the defense. Far side. Donnie Morgan's going to get after it first. Morgan, the leading point getter here for the Bobcats. That one thrown on net. Never got there. Blocked in front. Racing after it's Philip Santucci with possession. Trying to look forward to Joseph Bickle. It's going to trickle all the way down to the defensive end for the Bobcats. No icing. Beaver trying to get speed through the neutral zone. Danny Morgan trying to go around the defender. Takes a little bit of a whack at Santucci. Puck stays in, taking a heavy hit is Komlenik. Nothing called. Well, we do have a penalty on the far side. That's going to stop play with a minute 58 to go in the first period. It's going to be a tripping penalty. And the Bobcats will go back on the power play.
Yeah, it will be their second. And we had the coincidental minors earlier. But was it Billy Flint?
Yep.
Komlenik making himself known out there. Just
well, kept the feet moving, was able to draw the penalty.
Donald Morgan, one heck of a player. Komlenik and Morgan, veterans of this squad.
Morgan, 15 goals, 10 assists on the season. Komlenik wins the faceoff. It goes to Morgan. Morgan from the high slot slings one on net. It's paddled away by Stubna. Trying to keep it in on the far side. Not able to do so. It's Jake Caulfield. 7 points for the defenseman on the season. Bagley tries to build it up. Through the zone clean. Trying to drop one off. Goes to Morgan. Morgan holds. On the half wall. Player without a stick for Montour on the far side. That one goes way wide. But it rolls back to Caulfield. Caulfield's going to reset. Dustin Gergach without a stick there for Montour. It's almost a 5-on-3 on this penalty kill. Bobcats still able to keep it in on the near side. 40 seconds gone here on the power play for Beaver. Montour up 1-0. That one on net. Blockered away. Not able to keep it, though, on the freeze is Stubna. It's still alive. Shot from the point. It doesn't get there. Another one. Turnaround shot from Komlenik. He shoots and scores with 1:06 to go in the first period. It's all knotted up. Komlenik on the power play.
Well, now they're 1 for 2 on the power play. Komlenik has been one of the better players on the ice so far here today. And he ties it up with less than 2 minutes to go. 1:06 to go, so it's a 16:54.
Chasing back for it is Beaver, and that's going to be a penalty. Down in the corner, hurt. That's Alex Hartman. Biondi comes off, and the officials are going to blow this one dead because Hartman is in a lot of pain in the corner.
Yikes.
And he's holding that right knee.
Got to be careful, man. There's a lot of hitting in hockey.
Lennox going to try to help him up. He looks all right.
Some kids are going to take advantage and do a little bit more than they should. And he's up, thank goodness.
Looks to be that right knee.
The refs have done a pretty good job of trying to, control this game.
Yeah, Hartman looks to be okay. I mean, he laid down there for a second. He looked like he was in a lot of pain, but
Yep.
So they're going to call for boarding, so it's going to be a 10-minute misconduct as well.
Again, anything hit from behind like that that's that vicious, they always give a 10-minute
Again, that's why I was wondering if we were going to have the 10-minute misconduct down here in the corner earlier in the game, but we did not.
Yeah. And again, that's up to the discretion of the referee. When you hit that hard from behind, and from Montour, that's going to be Brandon Eisel, and that's one of their better players. That's taking him off the ice is not wise. So another power play for Beaver. This will be their third.
Eisel's second on the team in points, 22 points on the year, 10 goals, 12 assists. So we're going to have a 5-on-4 here. Lennox going to take the face-off here for Beaver.
Another power play.
Cameron Smith's going to take it from Montour.
And if they can get a goal here, go up 3-1, it would be really beneficial for them. Obviously, their power play has been tremendous passing-wise with Lennox, Begley, Donald Morgan, of course. The way they pass the puck, the way they move. And Montour had lots of trouble the first two power plays, stopping them from moving the puck around. Now they talk to Beaver's bench. There we go. They're ready to go.
Lennox tries to win it to the right. Beaver able to just inch right into the zone. Trying to dig it out. Little three-man scrum. Four-man scrum now. Whistle still hasn't blown. Lennox really working hard there, trying to dig it out. Doing everything that he can. Official's still letting him go at it. This is killing a lot of power play time here for Beaver, and there's finally a whistle.
Yeah,
that wasted a good probably 20 seconds.
Yeah, if you're Montour, you don't care.
Montour, that's great. Beaver, not so much. This faceoff's probably going to stay in the zone, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it should. It should.
They're going to drop it right there. Right between the blue line and the faceoff circle. That's good news for Beaver. At least it stays a little bit in the zone. You see Jenkins crept up all the way there.
In tight. If they win it, they don't want it to go outside the blue line.
Nope. Lennox wins it forward, but it goes right to a Montour player. Jenkins able to keep it, though. Waiting for everybody to get on side. He's bodied down pretty good. The only Eisel that's able to be on the ice right now, that's Ryan. Brandon in the box for a 2-minute board and then a 10-minute misconduct as well. Lennox with an awkward-looking hip check there into the boards. And this is another scrum. This might waste a lot more time for Beavers. 1:10 to go on the power play. Bobcats able to dig it out, but it goes right to Smith.
Right, completely opposite of the first two power plays where they had control of it. They just can't get control of it in the zone.
Yeah, Beaver.
Montour's doing a good job.
Yeah, Beaver just needs to just keep possession and work it up. And now Montour's probably going to play a little bit of keep away here, waste some more time. Yurkach able to move it to Smith.
Why not?
Smith's a pretty good goal scorer as well. He's trying to take on two players. He goes below the goal line, roped around. Man, he's just maneuvering around everybody. He's going to bring it out of the zone, kill up some more time. Bagley should probably jump into the play there, but he doesn't. And now the Bobcats finally get possession on the near side. That's short-lived, though. As it goes dumped into the corner. There's only 30 seconds to go on this power play. Beaver has not been able to accumulate a shot either.
Yeah, they haven't moved around. They finally got possession now.
Let's see what the Bobcats can do in the waning moments of this power play. Below the goal line with it's Luke Cahill. Cahill trying to find Lennox. Now it's back to Cahill. Off the boards to Lennox. He holds. This Montour penalty kill looking really good. And that one rolls right off the stick of Jeremy Jenkins. Everybody's going to have to regroup with only 10 seconds to go on the power play. Caulfield goes far side. Lennox wasn't even looking for it. So he's going to hold. Try to dangle around a player. Dangles around two, but he gets bodied out. Able to go right to Bagley. Bagley can't keep it, though. Nobody can keep it in his zone. Penalty is up, by the way. And we're back to 5-on-5 actions. Jenkins takes a pretty good bump right in.
On, he's hurting. Somebody fell on top of him. I'm not sure who it was from Montour. They've all skated away now, but somebody was definitely there and fell on top of him. Let's just hope he didn't take a skate to an arm or anything fairly unprotected.
So it's going to be Sean Rendar. He's the backup goalkeeper trying to get warmed up here right in front of his own net to see if he's called upon, which I would presume if, it looks as bad as it is. So Rendar's trying to get warmed up.
Don't forget, at the end of the second period, we'll pay some bills, and we have the Chatham University 3 stars. That'll be at the end of the third period. But the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena scoring summary, we'll have that at the end of the second period. We'll get you the scoring summary as it is. Right now, it's 6-3. And wait a minute. That can't be right. 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 6-3.
You just can't count. Well, Biondi's up. That's the good news.
But is he going to be okay?
Well, he's in a little bit of anguish.
4 goals in 2 minutes and 36 seconds for Montour. Down 3-2, 4 unanswered. And he's moving around, but I don't know if it's his back. His arms seem okay.
Well, he's up. He's talking to the EMT.
Maybe it was his shoulder. His legs seem fine. Maybe it's his back. He's moving around. He's trying to move his legs. He still seems to be in some pain. The question is, do you want to bring a guy in cold from the bench? And their backup, as you said, Sean Randar, 3 games played, 6-12 goals against average, 8-10 save percentage, 0-2 on the season.
Well, Rendar is a guy they kind of brought in. They didn't really have a clear backup, and there's been times this season where Biondi struggled, so they kind of plucked him away. He's a runner by trade. He's a cross-country and track guy, so he's trying his hand at hockey. Hasn't had the best goals against average or the save percentage, but he hasn't had a lot of reps either.
And I think he's going to stay in because the MT's coming off the ice too. And Biondi's still talking to Komlemick.
Yeah, Rendar's waiting here in the wings. 4:05 to go here in the second period, by the way.
I think if he's going to come in, he'd be out there already.
Yeah, officials are talking it over. It's almost like a quasi-intermission here, the way that
I know
this is taking so long. Shots, by the way, 22-17 in favor of Montour. Let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff picture here while we have a minute. Top 7 teams make it out of each division. There's a East Division and a West Division, and then those teams will cross over. So, and oh, by the way, the top seeds will have a first-round bye. So the second seed in the West will play the 5th seed in the East. The 3rd seed in the West will play the 4th seed in the East. 6th in the West will play the 7th, and vice versa. And those higher seeds will have home games.
Couple good teams: Char Valley in the West, Baldwin in the West, TJ in the West, South Fayette. Those 4 pretty good teams. In the East, Indiana 12-3, Kiski at 10-6, Bishop McCourt at 10-5. But Franklin Regional head and shoulders above everybody else. 16-0, 121 goals scored, only 10 given up. It's going to take an effort to beat that team.
So after the injury stoppage, Biondi's going to stay in the net. See how effective he can be as Komlenik stabs out one away. And trying to toss it back in is Montour. Cross ice, far side.
That's amazing. Montour was not playing well. They were playing horrible. They were tied at.
When Beaver was playing pretty well.
It was 2-2, and they gave up the goal to make it 3-2. Should have been 3-1, like you said, and then they just had a bad 3 minutes. Next thing you know, Beaver gives up 4 straight goals in 2 minutes. Their defense just falls apart.
But Luke Cahill here able to draw a penalty. And Max Rose is going to go to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. So 3:33 to go here in the second period. Bobcats back on that potent power play.
Yeah, and they're 2 for 3. 2 of them look great.
Third one, not so much.
Exactly. One didn't look so good, and see if they can get something here. If they want to come back, I think you need one here.
Well, Bobcats able to keep possession here on the face-off. Holding is Morgan. Now it goes back down to him on the dodge. South Fayette has 19 points as well. Montour with 17. Swickley Academy has 16. Beaver has 14. South Park has 11. Wheeling Catholic and Wheeling Park with 7 and 6 respectively.
South Park the only team with a chance to get in.
South Park can still get in, but South Park, I looked at the schedule last night for the Eagles. I believe that South Park still has Baldwin and Thomas Jefferson and South Fayette to play. I think those are the last 3 games.
That's going to be tough for them.
So that's tough. And then Beaver has to play Baldwin next Thursday at 6:45. Luckily for them, it's at home, but that's going to be another tough game. Some of the other games in Class A today, Indiana was at Sarah Catholic at 6:15 at Ross Draver. Gateway was at Freeport at 7 at Belmont Ice Arena in Katanning. Norwin and Greensburg-Salem, puck drop there at 7:15 at the Kirk S. Nevin Arena in Greensburg. And then Chartiers Valley, Thomas Jefferson, 8:20 at Ross Draver. That would be a good one. That's basically for first and second in that division. So again, top 7, and then there's crossover. 6 seed, 7 seeds play each other. 2 seeds, 5 seeds, 3 seeds, 4 seeds, and then you have the West seed. The 3rd seed out of the West would play the 4th seed out of the East. That's all considered a play-in round. Those games are March 6th or 7th at the highest remaining seed whenever they can get ice time. And then the first round, it's the same thing. Then you have those 1 seeds come in. The semis are March 13th at the RMU Island Sports Center, and then the final, of course, at the Lemieux Complex. That's going to be Tuesday, March 21st. Still don't have a time for that, but getting down to the nitty-gritty here in PIHL regular season play.
You are correct, sir.
So we'll step aside, pay some bills, like Mr. Azadian always says. We'll be right back with third period action. 6-5, Montour leads Beaver here at the Beaver County Ice Arena. It's 2017 PIHL hockey here on MSA Sports Network, presented by the Tribune Review.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account, and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
Make sure to follow the MSA Sports Network on social media this season for breaking news, scores, links to our articles, and much more. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MSA Sports and get in on the conversation with thousands of local sports fans. Follow us on Twitter at MSA Sports and check out our YouTube channel, MSA Sports WPIL, for hundreds of video interviews with local student athletes, game highlights, and more. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
Back here at the Beaver County Ice Arena. Glad you could join us. Rob Longo, Mike Azadian, Jess Levo doing the camera duties this evening. 17 minutes to go here in regulation between Montour and Beaver. 6-5, your score, Montour in a lead. Spartans will be moving left to right on your screen as the Bobcats will be moving right to left. Should be a fun one to finish out this game.
First period was back and forth, a lot of penalties, but fairly even. Beaver with that power play goal, and then Beaver looked like the better team through the first 5 minutes of the second period. They were up 2-1. Easily could have been up 3-1. Montour did tie it. Was still fairly even. Then 3-2 Beaver. Still pretty good game. And then 6 goals in 7 minutes and 4 seconds between these teams. Both teams' defenses fell apart. Both teams, I think I agree with what you said, they tired out.
Everybody got a rest, though, and the ice got resurfaced, so we'll see what happens here with the fresh sheet of ice and a little bit of a break, and both teams able to readjust a little bit going into the locker room after 34 minutes of play. Beaver on the defense here to start things off in the third and final period of play, or maybe more. You never know the way this game has been going. Cameron Smith holds it in. Shot from the point from the left side on the face-off dot. Able to be blocked away by Sebastian Biondi. Biondi staying in there after taking a pretty nasty spill earlier in the game. 24-20, or 25-21, I should say. Montour out shooting Beaver. They get 26 now after that pad save by Biondi. Smith on the attack here from Montour. Throws it towards the high slot. Nobody home. Santucci's going to have to retrieve it back in his own zone with a minute gone here in the third period.
And right now, the fast ice service should benefit the faster players, but neither team can control the puck.
Official getting in the way there for Montour to the advantage of Beaver.
If Beaver plays decent defense, I think they can come back and win this game. But the question is, you never know when either of these two teams are going to fall apart. It seems like when the goal is scored, the defenses just don't react in the next couple of minutes and give up even more chances.
Little body check here on the near wall by Kogas on Casperson. Jason Casperson, that is. That one's centering pass taken away by Beaver with speed. Here comes David Diagardi. He's flagged down into the corner, though, by Montour's Mason Scoff. Chance in front. Thrown towards the net. It's not frozen. Another opportunity. Beaver can't hammer it home. And this one just rung all the way around the boards by Montour and out of the zone. No icing on the play. Biondi's going to go back and play it behind his own net. He leaves it off for Kogas. What a chance there for Beaver on that last trip down the ice. This one blindly thrown behind the net. It's been the back of the net now after Beaver's defense doesn't know where the puck is, and then a penalty right after the goal. So Montour is going to have a player in the box with a 7-5 lead here with 14:58 to go in a third.
We'll see who gets that. That comes at 2:02.
Jason Casperson's going to go to the box. Had to be something he said after the goal.
Interesting. But who gets credit for the goal?
It's a good question. Either way, it's now 7-5. Montour with a 2-goal lead, but as we've seen several times here tonight alone, no lead is safe.
That goal was scored by number 73 from Montour.
So Casperson got the goal. Got a 10-minute misconduct as well. So it's going to be 5-on-5. Casperson's just going to have to sit for basically the entirety of the third period now.
He's got 2 goals.
And he's got 2 goals. So Beaver's going to try to dig out of this hole that the Bobcats built. Whistle stops play here with 14:46 to go. I don't know if that was a hand pass or a high stick. Either way, we'll have one in the neutral zone. Face off, that is.
Don't forget the Chatham University 3 stars of the game. Guys to consider. Komlenik has a goal and a couple of assists for Beaver. Donald Morgan has a couple of goals. Jason Casperson a couple of goals for Montour. Cameron Smith a couple of goals for Montour. So a lot of guys still to consider.
There's Brandon Eisel down the near side. Trying to keep it in his feet. Does so. In the corner. Trying to find his brother Ryan. Puck thrown towards the net. Never got there. That's Ryan behind the net, trying to flag it down. Can't. Smith in the slot. That one bobbled around. Biondi can't handle it. It's still loose. Comes back up. Thrown towards the net by Gordon. Gordon unable to find a goal mouth. Beaver comes away with it and able to clear the zone. Komletic now with the potential with speed. Grown one-on-one. Little dangle move on the backhand. Throws it towards the net. And it's stuck right in between the pads of Stubna, and then the whistle blows after.
Yeah.
Someone's going to the box, and I believe it's going to be Donnie Morgan.
Yeah, he took a shot to one of the Montour's players' heads. I mean, you're down 7-5. You're in front of your opposing team's net. You get hit. You got to be smart enough to back away. It's not like you're protecting your own goalie. You're going to get hit in front of the net. You got to be able to take it. If you react every time, now they're going to be down to a man. And, yeah, they've scored a shorthanded goal, but now you're cutting in there. You're down 2, and you got to kill a 2-minute penalty.
Well, not only that,
it doesn't make any sense.
Not only that, Morgan also gets 10 minutes because it was head contact, so he has a 10-minute misconduct. He's going to come back with a little bit over 4 minutes to go.
And he's one of their better players.
And he's the leading goal scorer right off the draw. Here comes Smith on a breakaway. Forehand goes back in. High shelf. He scores. Made it look simple there. Another goal for Smith. 8-5 now with 13:55 to go. That's probably maybe one of the shortest power plays in the history of hockey. Only 7 seconds.
Interesting. Smith's third. That's the hat.
There's the Hattie. Back-to-back games with a hat trick.
3:05 of this period makes it 8-5. Cameron Smith with 3 goals and
on a power
play goal. And that makes them finally 1 for 5 on the power play. And you wondered last time when they won 12-5. You said that when it was 3-2. And next thing you know, they start scoring like crazy. That's why. Both teams just take chances on defense. Both teams a little short on D.
There's Flint with a slapper. It goes wide. Rides the rail a little bit and then comes out. Throwing back in. It's going to be icing. Nobody was back in the zone.
And you know what happens in the, well, this is not the open division anymore. It's what, Class?
It's Class A.
Class A. A lot of times it's developmental. Well, this is in Class A. It's Class A. Beaver has moved up from Class A, but both teams still with short rosters. And like you said, at the end of the second period, you get a little tired. Some of your defensive players are offensive-minded, and you take chances, and then you see these breakaways. Smith has scored twice on breakaways because he's hanging by the red line and he gets behind the defense.
Montour trying to clear the zone deep corner. Holding it in is Bagley. Trying to go after it now is Luke Cahill. Cahill circles around the circle. That one took a funny bounce. Someone loses a stick. That's almost a 5-on-4 here for Beaver with a player out with a twig. And now we have a penalty called going after the Bobcats was Bickle. Going to the benches beyond it. The extra attackers on. It's Comletic. Beaver still with possession. That one right into the catching mitt of Stubna. This is going to be interference.
Unbelievable, that penalty.
It was technically a hold, but
he lost his stick. He tried to get his stick. He tried to go through a player who didn't have the puck, and the referee was right there, and that's the call. It's just you can't, you're up by 3. And Montour gets up by some goals. This is what they did before. They got up by 3. They gave them the power play. Morgan scored to make it 6-4, and then it was 6-5 after the Agardi goal. You can't continually give Beaver the power play. They're 3 for 4 on the power play.
Bobcats win the face-off, but Montour able to clear the zone. Coming after it.
Goal, and they're right back in it.
This is Froelich. Cahill able to keep it, though, but Froelich able to move it along to Santucci at the point. Walking in is Santucci. Santucci can't find it home on the centering pass, but it goes right back to him. This one thrown in. Biondi flags it down behind his own net. 90 seconds to go on a power play. This is not a good-looking power play here, but a really good job there by Diagardi to race through 2 defenders. On the backhand to the forehand. Oh, he almost scored. He does score. Oh, man, I thought that Stubna had it in his crest, but instead, what a maneuver by Diagardi. He took it coast to coast.
Yes, he did. He went around a couple guys. He got checked a couple of times. And that is a power play goal. They're 4th on the night. This is what I'm telling you. Why do you give Beaver the power play with up 3? You put him right back in the game. It makes no sense at all at 4:50. Unbelievable. It is now 8-6.
That's Diagardi's first goal.
Nope, second.
I missed him somewhere. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He scored in the second period. Beaver coming the other way with a chance. It's blocked, never got in front of the net. To the net, I should say. Michael Diagardi trying to get there. Instead, it comes back to Jeremy Jenkins, far side. It's Derek Burton. Able to rope it around. Kept in by Diagardi. That's Michael. Behind the net. Coming after, it's Bagley. Bagley holds there. A little bit of pressure. Able to dig it out. Potentially a 1-2 game between those two. But Jared Tanner's just going to push it deeper into the corner. He tries to get in there in that scrum. Kicking it out is Nick O'Malley from Montour. But able to be held in by Bagley. Bagley with a full slapper. That one goes wide. Jenkins trying to keep it in. It's poked around by Brandon Eisel. Eisel, it's going to be a 2-on-0 here. He goes wide. Looks towards the net. There's the pass, and it's off the defenseman's skate, and it doesn't go in. I thought for sure that would be a goal the way that Montour has been on the breakaways here on the odd-man rushes, but Biondi makes a great save in front of the net. He doesn't freeze it, though. He goes to the corner. Brandon Isel holds, tries to go cross ice, wide open net, and he scores. What a good-looking play there by Dustin Gergatch to go right inside the right post. Biondi hung out to dry, and all of a sudden it's back to 9-6 now with 11 minutes to go in the third period.
Why is Montour still playing shorthanded? Or no, they're not playing shorthanded. It's on the board. Is the power play still going? That's weird. Do you see that?
Yeah, Biondi's slow to get up, too, by the way. I don't think they ever took the power play.
Yeah, they never did.
They never did because it's 5-on-5.
I was going to say to myself, wait a second. I'm talking about Beaver scoring on a power play, or were they shorthanded? No. 4 for 5 on the power play. Dustin Gergatch, a new goal scorer.
In the meantime, Biondi can't get up.
Hurt again? What happened this time?
He came across the crease.
They're talking to him. Their backup is getting ready to come in. He wants to come in badly. He wants some playing time. But, man, I tell you what, at this point, man, he is hurt.
Well, and Biondi's,
he's their number one.
Well, he's their number one, but in his defense at the same time, too. I mean, as a coaching staff, I understand it's only a 3-goal game, but he's given up 9 goals.
I know.
9 goals on 31 shots.
A lot of it's a defense's fault. He's made a couple of bad plays. There's no doubt. He's still hurting, but he's in there. And
well, Rendor's just going to hang out for a minute.
He's calling him on. No, he waves him off.
Biondi's going to wave him off.
Biondi waves him off. Maybe just Charlie horse. Something.
Beaver on the draw. Back up to Del Signor. That's Vince. Vince able to flop it ahead. Trying to go after it, but Rose gets there first for Montour. Beaver moving right to left, down 9-6. With 10 minutes to go in the third period. It'd be a big 2 points if the Bobcats could somehow come back from this deficit. Weaving in and out of traffic is Alex Hartman, but runs out of real estate, and Montour takes over in the neutral zone. Pretty good play there by Brandon Isel to spin around and pivot on that with the puck, all in one motion. Still trying to keep possession in the corner, but Smith on the far side looking back to Rhodes. He finds him tape to tape. This one high onto the net, deflected. Biondi falls down. It's still loose. Smith has his pocket picked from behind by Del Signor. Coming the other way now is Derek Burton. He's 1-on-3. Come Lennox the trailer, but he can't do anything. And Biondi's still down.
He's hurt.
He's still hurt, but Komlenik trying to dig it out in the offensive zone. Cahill throws one towards the net. Glove there, and finally into the catcher of Stubna. Biondi's still down.
I don't understand.
He's looking over the bench. Someone asked him if he's all right. He just kind of gave a nod.
That's odd. It's odd. And I'll tell you something. The reason he goes down so much is because the Montour players have a little bit more size, and they're right in front of the net, and they're pounding away, and they're moving through the crease, and he's getting hit, and he's going down numerous times. It's just the physical nature of the game. And Beaver's defense, we talked about it. They give up a lot of goals. They give up more than they score, and that's the kind of games they play.
Montour wins the defensive zone draw. And with speed is Philip Santucci their way. Gets around the defense. Backhands one towards the net. It's kicked away, and it almost trickles into the net, but it goes wide to the right. Montour still with possession. Centering pass in front. Taken away by Beaver. Cleared in the zone, and it goes back to Gage Gordon. Gordon now tries to sling one back in. Does so successfully, and going after it now is Derek Burton. Plays it to his defensive mate, Jeremy Jenkins. He's double-teamed there in the corner, though. Montour came away with possession, but Beaver takes it right away. Now a little stretch pass, cherry picking. It's Jared Tanner up top. He was offside, going to have to retouch, and that allows Santucci to have clear possession behind his own net. It gets caught in his feet, though, and Beaver takes it right away. Now, Beaver able to keep possession. Bobcats center one towards the front of the net, and it goes to Bagley on the far side. Able to get it, though, is Ricky Froelich. Now he maneuvers it ahead. Coming after with speed is Anthony Catanzarite. But getting there first is Jeremy Jenkins. Jenkins able to clear the blue line. No, he's not, but Beaver able to take possession. Tanner has it, rolls off his stick. And now Gage Gordon comes after it with under 9 minutes to play. 9-6, Beaver in the lead. Or I should say Beaver trailing. Montour in the lead. This one might go all the way down the ice for a icing.
Nope.
And it's going to get waved off.
Yondi played it.
Yondi played it. Vince Del Signor is going to try to get it out.
Halfway through the third period, exactly right now.
Del Signor with speed on his backhand. Centering pass. Komlenik misses it well wide. Pretty good one-time chance, but he can't get in on net. Komlenik now bodied up. Loses possession. Montour tries to play it behind its own net and get it to Joseph Bickle. Bickle on the half wall trying to shovel it out. He does. Now comes Billy Flint. Flint tries to get around the defender, can't do so. Caught in the feet of Alex Hartman. A couple players collide. Everybody goes down in a heap. Nothing called. And Komlenik comes away with it for Beaver.
Incidental contact.
Now Del Signor, and then it's caught into Michael Diagardi's skate. Now back up to Del Signor. Stick lift, backhand. Oh, it goes through the wickets. Did it go in? No.
Wow.
Right on the doorstep, maybe another 6 inches or so, and it would have been in. But pretty good, decent chance there from Vince Del Signor, even though it didn't look like a golden opportunity.
Boy, I tell you what, you got to figure that in that first game that Mason Skeeth played, and they figured, hey, we beat them 12-5 at our place, and now we're playing down here. Let's give someone else a shot. We've got the playoffs lined up. Let's get one of our other guys a shot in here, and he's given up some goals, but he's been the better of the two goaltenders, has Xander Stubna.
Caulfield goes back for it. He's able to chop it ahead. And near side, Jenkins has to track it down. He gets upended, nothing called. Thrown in the middle of the net, really good stop there by Biondi on Ryan Eisel. Eisel trying to find the net once again. And this one thrown all the way down the ice for an icing with 7:18 to go in the third period.
You know, Montour up 3. I just think they got to be smart. They keep coming in trying to get some more goals, obviously, but they need to just back it up, play solid defense, get the puck out of their zone, and worry about not having a bad couple of minutes again where they give up some goals. And then you got Morgan coming in from the 10-minute. You don't want him to be fresh and possibly try to, get another goal and tie it. We're going to have another icing, this time on Beaver, 2 in a row. But, the point being is they're halfway through. We've seen this a couple of times where Montour gets a few goals, gets a big lead, and Beaver comes right back and closes it in. They had it to 6-5, and now it's been 3-1 here in the second and the third period. Montour has this game in hand, protect a 3-goal lead with 7 minutes to go, but you never know with the way these two teams are playing here so far today and the talent that Beaver has.
Montour out shooting Beaver in this third period, 10-5. Basically doubled up the Bobcats on the shot chart, and that one right off the mask of Biondi gets run into.
Yikes, goes down again.
And he goes down again. He's slow to get up once again as play continues into the front of the rink. For Beaver, at least.
Still having trouble.
Biondi's still trying to get up. This could be a 2-on-1 here. Smith holds, tries to cross-ice pass, dangling around. What a goal there by Eisel. Eisel takes out Biondi in a process. It's 10-6, and I would not be surprised if Biondi stays in much longer here.
And that, you go hard to the net. And which Eisel are we talking about here? Is it Brandon or
That
Ryan?
was going to be Brandon, the captain.
And that's Brandon's second goal of the game. Makes it 10-6 and 11-14. So now that is the third player with 2 or more goals for Montour.
Well, Rendar's out on the ice getting stretched out.
I get him in
Yeah,
there.
Biondi's day is probably going to be done here.
Eisel, Cameron Smith with 3, Casperson with 2, and Beaver's Diagardi for Beaver, and Morgan for Beaver with 2 goals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gentlemen with 2 goals or more. They're finally going to bring him out. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, Montour goes hard to the net. There's nobody stopping him. It's an offensive game between these teams. And boom, he goes down. He gets hit. He got hit in the mask with a shot right in the choppers.
Well, Beaver didn't have 5 players on the ice.
Amazingly, when it was 3-2, you said they won last time 12-5, and it is 10-6. It is right on it. It is right on that from last time.
Sorry I can't help you out with tomorrow's Powerball numbers.
Exactly. Well,
racing into the zone is Froelich. Froelich can't handle it. That one backhanded, and that centering pass towards the net goes wide. Scoff just missing the net. Cahill trying to dangle around. Now it goes to Del Signor. Del Signor to Komlenik. Komlenik now on the half walls. Tries to dangle around another player. He goes down in a heap. Nothing called. And Cahill's going to have to play this one before the blue line. And Froelich is going to draw a slash here with 6:08 to go. Komlenik with some frustration going to the box.
Another power play. Randar, 3 games played actually, and he has played 100 minutes. He's 0-2, 12 goals against, 6-12 goals against average, 8-10 save percentage, but 51 saves, and 63 shots. Another power play. That's their 6th. They're 1 for 5 in the power play.
Billy Flint tries to win the faceoff forward from Montour, but Beaver able to clear the zone. David Diagardi goes cross-ice far side. It goes through the wickets. Here's a chance for Michael Diagardi, but he's going to play it below the goal line. He takes a heavy hit check. Still trying to go after the puck. There's a little shove back. Nick O'Malley trying to dig it out of the scrum on the half wall near side. Still trying to dig it out, and Beaver comes away with it. Jenkins with a great saucer pass. Couldn't get it on a finish, though, for David Diagardi. A couple players collide, but it's a 2-on-1 developing here for Montour. Bickle across the zone. He goes far side, just out of the reach of Thomas Golob. Now this one goes back to the blue line and rolls off the stick of Billy Flint out of the zone. Beaver able to hold for a second as Jenkins falls down after the hit from behind, nothing called.
Montour is starting to put some guys on the ice that haven't played much. Golob is one of them, and this is their 2nd power play. Their top guys aren't out there. They've called the dogs off.
No need, up 10-6 with a little bit over 5 minutes of play, and now we're going to have another penalty. And tension's starting to rise a little bit here. Jake Caulfield trying to go after somebody. Official holds him back.
Yeah, Billy Flint is the guy he was going after.
Yeah, so Caulfield's giving some lip, but he's going into the penalty box. Not sure what he was so upset about.
Yeah, a lot of stuff behind the net. A lot of stuff going on. Beaver's going to be down 2 players.
I wouldn't be surprised if Caulfield gets a 10-minute misconduct.
And this game got out of hand early. I mean, you have a lot of penalties, a lot of extracurriculars, a lot of things after the play. They're bringing both teams go to the bench. Interesting.
Well, officials still talking it over here on the near side. So with 5:08 to go, we'll step aside for a moment. It's 10-6. Montour in the lead. You're watching and listening PIHL Hockey here on the MSA Sports Network, brought to you by the Tribune Review.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Back here at the Beaver County Ice Arena, Rob Longo, Mike Azadian, and Jess Levo on camera. 10-6, Montour in the lead over Beaver. It's a 5-on-3. 2 players go to the box. Michael Diagardi got called for roughing, and I'm not sure what Evan Komlinek got. And somebody in the crowd just got escorted out.
Well, that's
was
that me and you at a Beaver game? No, it was me and James Dotson. We saw a Central Valley fan get thrown out of a game at Beaver. So interesting. You know what? When you act up, when you get too crazy, they're gonna get rid of you. I mean, have fun.
This is just a bizarre game in general.
You know what? Sometimes in the PIHL, there are times that emotions just do not get in check. It's just crazy.
So it's a 5-on-3 here for Montour. Rendar can't glove that down. The rebound ends up in the back of the net. Cameron Smith has 4 goals now here. That comes right at the 12-minute mark here with 5 minutes to play in the third. So one player is going to get out of the box. That would be Komlinek.
Now 2 for 6 on the power play. And they still have 1:53 to go on the next one.
I think that clears up our Chatham University 3 stars of the game, but
yeah, I'm
still got
sure,
2 more to go.
I'm pretty sure one of them, who number 1 is. We'll figure it out from there. Stay tuned afterwards. Still talking on the ice, Tanner and the Tanzerite, but then again, they could be friends. You never know.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
You never know. You never know. A lot of these guys play together. Now the referee's talking to both Mason Scoff and Vincent Del Signor. You'd be surprised at this level of play. These guys all play in different leagues. They know each other. It's not always bad.
Tanzerite near side. He's offside, I believe.
No. And, there's a lot of these kids travel and play on the weekends, the better kids, and they play against each other, or some of them play on the same teams. And sometimes it's a friendly rivalry. There's always 1 or 2 guys that are going to be a little physical and use their sticks, and they're going to talk afterwards.
Coming away with it out of the face-offs, Vince Del Signor for Beaver. Can't clear the zone, though. Able to regain his own miscue. And coming the other way is Luke Cahill. Cahill across the zone. He's onside. Can't control the puck, though. Long stretch pass. Froelic's in all alone. Front hand, backhand. He tries to go forehand once again, but he can't get there.
Yeah,
Got tied up.
Nice play by the goaltender, Randar, who came out and stuck it away. Got him out of trouble.
Rose from the point, and no goal on the shot. I don't know what happened there, but the faceoff's going to come out of the zone.
Well, Randar is pushing with, I believe it was Froelich who came in his crease, and Randar pushed him out and got out of there, and the referee blew the whistle. I thought there was going to be a penalty. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I know Randar was checking.
Everybody looked to be onside.
Randar was checking Froelich out of his crease.
Hey, got to protect your zone.
I agree. Hey, Montour has gone hard and heavy at the net, and it's been physical. And, we saw early on Biondi take about 10 different falls, and Randar's like, you know what? You're not going to push me around.
Yeah, Biondi might have taken it, but Randar won't.
Hey, you're down by 5. That's what happens. You fight back.
At the blue line, Jenkins tries to hold it in. Nifty little backhand pass there, though, by Thomas Golob. Through the zone, cross ice, far side. Flint can't get there. This one thrown towards the net. Nobody home. And it goes to Dustin Gergach. Gergach trying to pin it along the boards. Backhanded out, but not out of danger. As Gergach able to flag this one down.
That was offsides, didn't get whistled, but it came back out of the zone. So
Gergach trying to go one-on-one. Deep corner, keeps possession, and he's met with some resistance by the Bobcats defense. Flint trying to move it back to Muha. Preston Muha trying to maneuver the puck forward. Loses possession. Here comes Jenkins. Jenkins with a chance on his forehand, and then he gets upended with a clean open ice hit. He's going to have some words there with Dustin Gergach, but that was a clean hit by any means. And by the way, the power play is over for Montour as the shot goes on net, and Rendar holds with 3 minutes to go even in the third period.
2 for 6, 2 for 7 on the power play now. And, Gergach got his elbow into the chest, so he really didn't get it up high. But he got it into the chest and knocked him down. Legit check. And, these are things that happen. There's a lot of talk on the ice. And, when you're playing a physical game and you're young and you want to go after a guy, you want to prove a point, you got your friends in the stands. And these are the things that happen. The refs are taking forever on these faceoffs. This game is really going long.
Trying to keep it clean at least these last 3 minutes or so. Falling down on the play of Santucci. Tries to backhand one from his knees. Can't get there. Del Signor has it stymied away. And he will push it forward. Is Jenkins. Now it goes to Brandon Eisel. Chasing it down is Cahill. Cahill's going to be able to draw.
That's it. Time limit.
The whistle.
Time limit.
So we won't have a full 51 minutes of play.
Hour and 45 minutes, and it is done.
Well, mercifully so. 11-6 is your final score. We'll be right back here with the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena scoring recap and your Chatham University 3 stars. You're listening to PIHL Hockey 2017 here on the MSA Sports Network, brought to you by the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account, and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
Own your piece of hockey history with a Penguins game-used jersey. Visit J&J Distributing at www.jjdistributing.biz and check out one of their largest selections of Penguins game-worn jerseys from your favorite Pens, past and present. Or call 724-752-1556. J&J Distributing buys, sells, and trades some of hockey's most prized possessions, including the Penguins game-worn jerseys, Penguins practice jerseys, minor league jerseys, and new and game-used equipment. Browse their inventory today at www.jjdistributing.biz.
Hit the ice at Mount Lebanon Ice Center, offering the most comprehensive instructional programs in the area, including hockey, figure skating, and learn-to-skate classes for all ages and ability levels. Classes start soon along with senior and developmental hockey leagues. Mount Lebanon Ice Center also hosts Friday night teen skates and Friday after-school skates for younger children. Birthday party packages also available. Mount Lebanon Ice Center, serving the South Hills for more than 35 years. Call 412-561-4363 or go to mountlebanon.org.
This is Josh Roundtree from the PIHL Power Play Show at MSASports.net. Along with Kevin Zilmansky, we plan to bring you the best high school hockey talk in Western PA this season. We'll cover every classification, AAA, AA, Single A, and D2.
All right, D2, Gordon Bombay, Charlie Conway,
wait.
the Bash Brothers,
Kevin.
Wolf the Dennis Stenson, the Flying V?
No, Kevin, it's Division 2.
It's Knuckle Puck time?
All right, it's Knuckle Puck time. It's the PIHL Power Play Show, sponsored by Chatham University, every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock at MSASports.net.
Back here at the Beaver County Ice Arena, putting a button on this one. 11-6, Montour defeats Beaver. Didn't get the full 51 minutes in. Finished because of the time limit with 2 minutes 39 seconds to play in the third period. But still didn't really make a whole lot of a difference. Maybe 1 or 2 goals would have been on the board. And with that scoring summary brought to you by the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena, Mr. Azadian.
Montour started off 0 for 3 on the power play in the first period, but they scored first at 4:43. Brandon Iso scored to make it 1-0. Evan Komlenik scored on the power play at 15:54 to tie it at 1. It was 1-1. We thought, it's going to be a really good game.
Tight game.
Well, then, second period, Beavers' Andrew Begley made it 2-1. Jason Casperson tied it for Montour 2-2. Donald Morgan scored his first of the game to make it 3-2. Beaver had a chance to go up even more, but then 4 goals in 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Cameron Smith, Richie Froelich, Cameron Smith again, and Nick O'Malley. Montour up 6-3, but then Beaver got life at the end of the second period. Donald Morgan scored on the power play to make it 6-4 at 13:50. David Dior